how to turn fear, your fear, into success. You know, fear is one of the things that keeps people from doing anything good in their lives. And what I want to talk to you about in this course is how you can let that fear actually push you to become successful. Right now, ask yourself a question. Are you letting fear keep you from having great things happen in your life? Believe it or not, fear is something that is not real. It's something that, though it feels very real, it's something that is not able to actually keep you from attaining your goals and your dreams. The only thing that can keep you from that is you. Now, realistically, everyone has fears. The thing is that some people allow those fears to keep them from really going places in life. They allow those fears to stop their progress. You want to know what makes you feel good in life? Is making progress. So if you've got a goal, maybe you want to be a millionaire. Maybe you want to make it rich online. If you've got that goal, fear, if you let it, can actually keep you from attaining that goal. But you know why? It's not because the potential's not there. It's not because you're not capable. It's because of what is in your mind. And in this course, I'm going to outline for you the things that cause fear. And I'm going to hopefully expose what fear actually is so that you know that it's something that you can overcome. One of the things we want to work on is identifying what your fear is. It's good if you know specifically what it is that you're up against, and then you'll know better how you can deal with that. So we want to identify the fear. Some fear is actually healthy, right? Like there is maybe a fear that you have of being stung by a scorpion. That fear is going to keep you from sticking your hand down where a scorpion is and getting stung, okay? But maybe somebody has a fear of going into the desert just because it has scorpions in it. That's an unhealthy fear because it's going to keep you from going into the desert and enjoying yourself, maybe going on a dune buggy ride. There's no need for you to live in fear of those scorpions just because they live in the desert. So we want to identify the fear and determine if it's a healthy fear or if it's an unhealthy fear. A healthy fear, again, if you fear being, smashed by a truck, you don't jump out in front of one as it's going down the road. That's a healthy fear. An unhealthy fear, though, and this is something that could really touch home with some people, is being afraid to fly. They're afraid of what could happen, what might happen, so they don't even experience the joy of flying and the joy of being able to get somewhere in a very small amount of time. We want to identify a fear and determine if it's a healthy fear that keeps us alive or if it's an unhealthy fear that actually, in reality, makes us live dead. One of the ways that we can help identify which kind of fear it is by asking other people to tell us, is this a legitimate fear? Does it make sense? So if you're afraid of rocking chairs, right, and you ask somebody, they're probably going to say, no, that doesn't make sense. Does that mean we're letting other people run our lives? No, absolutely not. But you want to take kind of a consensus because this is one of those things that from time to time, it's difficult for you, because it might make sense to you, but it's difficult for you to grasp a hold of the fact that most people would not be fearful of that thing. Believe it or not, your fear can be something that motivates you. It can cause you to become successful. Maybe you fear not being able to pay your bills, and so you work really hard and you finally do make a breakthrough and make it online. But it was that fear of not being able to pay your bills that motivated you. Also, when we approach a fear, we know we have, and this can be any kind of fear, we are able to motivate ourselves if we conquer that fear. We can actually turn that fear into a very powerful motivating force because we have now conquered the fear. We gained strength that gives us momentum, and we can even approach now a greater fear because we've got more energy, more momentum, more force, and more confidence, and we can picture ourselves going through that fear, overcoming it. And you know what is the single most important element in conquering fears? Motivation to continue, to not give up. Do not let yourself quit. If you try to conquer a fear and you fail, take a step back, kind of regroup yourself, and hit it again, because persistence is what is going to help you overcome your fears. Believe it or not, throughout history, you can look for people who have been successful. Almost every single one of them had failures. Almost everyone. I myself failed early on at doing what it is that I do. I kept at it. I attained success, eventually through persistence.